With the First Division game coming to an end, many players will be new in joining the sequel Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Most people who are planning to purchase the sequel may have not played the First Division. In this video, we will be discussing the objective a new player should work towards to not be far from experienced players who got to play the First Division. As a longtime Division 1 player, I can say that new players will be at a disadvantage when it comes to some aspects of the Division 2. Things like not knowing what to work towards and how to successfully manage or deal with loot. I will try my best to give advice on how to catch up and be on the same boat as veteran players. This is a concealed gamer, and let's jump right into it. So with the Division being a third-person shooter genre, it is also looked at as a looter shooter. So this means obtaining loot will be your main objective to being successful and progressing in the game. For those players jumping right into the franchise of the Division 2, you will be unfamiliar with the looting / progression system. Now, to simply explain the looting progression system, this means a player will work their way through the game. As they do this, they will level up and obtain better loot as they continue to play. This system can be a bit confusing because players tend to hold on to the gear they acquire. But as your level increases, so will the gear you receive, making your character much stronger. So when just starting out, make sure to equip the highest level loot you have to be more effective in progressing. Once you reach max rank, which is level 30, aka endgame, then the looting becomes a bit different. So in summary, a new player should try to reach maximum level rank while completing the story, which will be level 30, as fast as possible. Each level you gain towards the level 30, the loot that drops will be more suiting to your level, meaning you will have to discard weaker loot to equip more powerful loot. Now on to the next topic, build construction. So with the loot you acquire, a person can create a custom build by mashing gear pieces together. This is going to be a completely new experience for newcomers and can be a bit overwhelming as you begin to pick up more loot. Veterans from the Division 1 will tell you that build construction is very important in assisting how the player plays the game. So for example, if I enjoy sniping, I will need to adjust my build accordingly to suit a sniping game style. Gear pieces that you pick up will randomly roll with different gear and weapon attributes, so it is on you to search for the perfect loot while grinding to perfect your build the way you want it. In the Division 2, if you plan on PvPing and want to be successful, you will have to make sure that your build is perfected. I would recommend not touching PvP until you reach max rank level 30, which should be easily obtainable by just completing the in-game story mode. Once that level is met, start working towards a suitable build to use. Successful PvP players from the Division 1 can surely tell you that having a good build will become crucial when competing in PvP, especially in the Darkzone. Weapons are a big part of the Division. I would recommend taking advantage of trying out new weapons as you progress in the leveling process. It is important to get a good feel of how the weapons operate so you can decide which weapons that you will create a build to work towards. The leveling process does a good job of complementing the use of new weapons because they will drop more frequently with higher level gear, so you will have to equip it to become stronger. So in that process, get a feel for the weapons you are new to using to decide if you like them or not. Although I enjoy PvPing solo to test my capabilities, I believe completing missions and farming for good loot is much better with a team. Make sure you find some friends or in-game people that can join you in your quest of progressing, whether it's reaching endgame or just looking for loot. Plus, there's a really cool system where if a group member picks up loot that they may not need, but you do, they can share it. So this really speeds up the grinding process and makes it more group friendly, especially with a full team. As the game continues, players will begin to max out their builds, which is the ideal thing to do, and which can also lead to metas. If there's one thing a Division veteran has knowledge on, it's about metas. A meta is where most people in the game use a popular weapon, build, or whatever it is because it's pretty strong. So keep an open eye on current metas as you continue to play. So these are the steps I would say to follow if you're a new player to the franchise, just so you can be on the same boat as people who played the First Division. Quick recap. First thing, make sure to equip the higher level loot when leveling up. Don't be afraid to get rid of gear early on. Next thing, get comfortable with creating and crafting custom builds to suit your playstyle. Third thing, make sure to hit level 30 before you enter PvP areas like Conflict or the Darkzone. Fourth thing, experiment with weapons to see which weapon classes you enjoy. Fifth thing, and lastly, find a group of friends or in-game players to run activities with to make things easier for you. So that basically sums up the whole video. Hopefully these steps can help the new players in being able to compete with veteran players when it comes to knowing what to do. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new for more content like this, and comment any questions you may have down below. This is a Concealed Gamer, and I will catch you guys on the next one.